Hello everybody and welcome back to Oakfield Farm. Now I have managed to get to the bottom of how this mixer works, and basically you do just put in all the ingredients as you would expect, and then as soon as it's finished processing what you've got, obviously it stopped because I have run out of hay, it's going to give you the total of what it has actually produced. That is 24,000 litres of total mixed ration, so you can then unload it. You can't unload it while it's operating, so yes, now it has stopped. I'm going to unload that into a trailer and go and tip it into the trough where the cows are. Let's just see if I can get around here first though. We are going to continue clearing the field. It's quite tight. Yes, surprisingly tight actually. But even so, yeah, I have managed to make it round there. But yeah, first I just want to give the cows their total mixed ration. 24,000 litres, although sounds like a lot, probably won't be quite enough to totally fill the trough, because you can see here that 10,000 litres only puts it to about a fifth full, so they do take a lot when you have so many cows. I'm going to move the bucket. The bucket is just casually sitting in the middle of the yard, so that's no good. That needs to be moved. But yeah, if I can just locate a good trailer, it's going to be quite tricky because I don't have one. I do have the lorry, however I can't really use it because the trough for the cows is under cover in the shed there, and that trailer tips right up, and I don't think it's actually going to be able to do that. I think it's going to be too tall. So we are just going to have to get a relatively cheap, small capacity trailer. Technically I could just spam tip and then lower. It would work, but it just would look a bit weird. So yeah, let's just take a look into this. I'm hopefully going to be able to find something suitable. Let's just see. They're always very tempting. Of course, money is an issue, but I think we're going to be okay. We should be fine. We've got the compact tractor trailer, which I'd still love to have, but at the moment, that's not really what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm just going to look into this in a bit more detail. Okay, I've had a hunt around and I have discovered the Metaltech TS16 by Matt26. This is available on ModHub, so if you're interested, that is where you can find it. And we have a few different things you can customise. We don't really need the big window because we're not going to be doing any casting with it, I wouldn't have thought. It's just literally to go and tip the total mixed ration. Hopefully this one isn't so long that when it tips up, it makes it very tall. It should be much shorter, much lower than the lorry trailer. Now of course I can't afford to get the biggest. We don't really need to get the biggest anyway, so yeah, this one here, 16,000 litre capacity, should be absolutely fine. If we had the money available, we could also customise the colours, but yeah, we don't really need to, because I think it looks fine anyway, so there we go. Oh, are we happy with the wheel brand? Yep. And attaches trailer hitch. I think we're fine without, so there we go. Now, I did have a few viewers actually saying it's pointless just going to the shop every time, just reset it because it appears in front of the silage pit. It's a good idea. The only reason why I wasn't doing it is because I thought if I did do that, I would be criticised for being lazy. But since my viewers are actually saying to do that, fair enough. I think if it's a tractor, we'll go and get it instead of resetting it, but as it is just a trailer, it makes perfect sense just to have it here straight away instead of spending ages going to get it. So yeah, this yard needs to be tidied up a bit, but first we do need to do these important jobs. So yeah, once I've done the feeding, I'll go over to the field, over to field number 3, and get the rest of those hay bales moved. Of course, it's going to take 2 loads to do this, but it's not like we're going miles with it, it's just from there to over there, which is the reason why I really do love this mod. Because you can make a lot of it, and really I should get a load in the mixer, so it's going. And also that's a very rapid fill. At least we don't have to sit there all day. Okay, so yeah, let's open this gate up. I need to remember exactly where I tip it. I think I do know roughly, but it is obviously a choice of 3 different bays that we can drive down. I would say the middle or the right hand side should be fine. Since I can see a trigger box in here, yes, turned out to be a good option. Very good choice. Yeah, so that will probably just put it to maybe half full, if we're lucky. Over half full, nice. I'll go and empty the rest of it. It's going to empty the whole machine. I don't know how much more we're going to make today, but I do need to load it up, like I say. I think I'll go and get another load from the field, another load of hay, and then we can start to put more stuff into there and just make sure that it is really hungry and continually wanting to eat more. 8,000 litres left in there. Okay, that's good. And as you can see, it's left us with 51,000 litres of silage, so plenty of that, 6,000 litres of straw, and 0 litres of hay. So I'm just going to put all the hay in. I might even be able to reverse the auto stacker up to there, but the thing is with the auto stacker is you have to get it to unload into the conveyor belt, and that's always the tricky thing. You could potentially push it in, but it's going to get messy. I think I'll probably use the telehandler. Okay, right, so that's showing as almost full actually. That's really good. We don't have to fill up the hay and silage or the grass if we don't want to, because the total mixed ration is a really good, well, it is the best. It's the best food that we can give them. So really the only thing letting them down is the cleanliness. Otherwise they're going to be producing lots of milk. And I should probably check and see how much milk they have produced, because otherwise I need to get the tanker in there. If there's lots of milk. 3,462, so not a huge amount, but actually that's still going to equate to a decent amount of money. Anyway, yes, if I can just leave this trailer somewhere suitable, I guess just over here somewhere. It's near to the machine. There we go, and I'll close the gate since we're here. Good. Now, we'll get the next load. Then I'll jump into the telehandler, sort things out, and hopefully get the whole machine fully loaded. I don't know what the total capacity is, I don't know how full you can actually get it, but I'm guessing there is actually going to be a maximum allowance, the most you can actually store in it while it's working. I would say it's going to be like 100,000 litres, but I don't know for sure. It's just a wild guess. So yes, we do have the auto stacker on the back. We can get another 16 bales from this field. We've already taken 16, there are 51 in total, so it's still going to be pretty good progress. That's 32 taken after this load, so yeah, it's not going to take too much more work. Here is the field. In case you didn't watch the previous episode, I did windrow and bale this field of grass, or this field of hay, so yeah, it just needs to be cleared. Let's get it done. There we go, 16 bales delivered to the yard. So I'm just going to have to take the bucket off again, and we're going to drive over to the bale spike, which I think is actually located up there anyway. Probably very close to where I've put the fen tractor. If not, then it won't be too far away. It must be in this area, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it is just here. Yes, it is. Yes, I got it right. So, yeah, we have this stack already. I'm going to put all of these in if I can do. Unless it tells me that I've put too many in. But with a bit of luck, I should be able to load 3 at a time. As I showed in the previous episode, it was great fun feeding them through the conveyor belt, because you have to press the button to get the little thing to come along and push them in. Oh, trailer. Yes, I probably should have put it a little bit closer to the edge. But I'm just going to put as many in here as possible before I press the button. Before I was putting in just 1 or 2. But since it's a fairly long conveyor belt, it makes sense to fully load it. And it doesn't matter too much about being stacked too high, because it will still accept the bale. Once I've done the hay bales, I can then do the straw bales. We don't need to do the silage, luckily, because we already have loads of that. And also it doesn't just accept it straight away, it takes a bit of time for it to process. Which again is nice from a realistic point of view. A realism point of view. Right, yeah, that looks quite unstable. When you have just a single stack of bales, it looks precarious. Okay, I might not have picked that up very well, but they are on the spike. And I put this one... I don't know how high you can go. I've put 3 in and it's been no problem. As for 5, I don't know. We will soon find out, I suppose. There we go. This is going to be quite impressive. They come down, they push it along, and it goes everywhere? No, it goes in. Nice. Yeah, so that figure is going to change in the next couple of minutes. It takes a couple of minutes just to work. So I can load up the next 5, and then we can move on to the straw. I don't know about you, but I think this looks very dangerous, and I think these bales are going to go tipping off. Ah, yes, of course. Get on the conveyor belts, you naughty bales. Don't know what happens if you put a bale on behind the thing that pushes them. Does it just push it off the back again? Or does it... Oh, it does. It's going to push it off the back. Okay. That turns out to be a big mistake. Thank you. Thank you for removing the bale I just put on there. It was bound to happen. Anyway, the first bales that I put in have now started to work. You can see we already have 2,000 litres of total mixed ration. It's already mixed some of those bales. So it's such a good system. Right, okay. So that is the hay done for now. We do have the next load coming in there. I'll probably just stack it next to the machine. Just watch that go in. There we go. And I'm going to go off to get some straw. Yeah, unfortunately I can't carry 5 with this this particular attachment. I think what I need to do is upgrade to a CSZ attachment, because you can actually get a grab, and you can definitely carry at least 3 safely. Whereas on this rig you should only be carrying probably 1 or 2, and you can carry 3 but not very safely. Right, let's go for these ones here. And you know what, I think probably a time lapse for this would be a good idea. Okay, I might have overloaded that. That is pretty full. Yes, that's not going to go well. But I've already put a load in here. We have 31,000 litres of straw, 46,000 litres of hay, and 48,000 litres of silage. So actually, by the time all that mess has gone in, we're going to have more straw than anything, which doesn't matter. I'm going to put some more silage in soon anyway, but here we go. Let's press that button and see what happens. This could go badly wrong. No, it's working, sadly. But that actually has left 2. Yes, overloading the machine. Not a good idea. So somehow I need to get that one off the top of there. And then we can press the button again. Nice, there's no collision on the light. It could have got stuck behind the light. Good. Okay, so here it goes again. It does enjoy doing it. Okay, so yeah, that's going to really turn into a lot of straw. In fact, if I just stand here and wait, looks like it's already updated, but there we go, 80,000 in total. We have another 21,000 litres of total mixed ration. It's going very well. So actually, one more thing, I do have one more silage bale, which is just sat around the corner here. Yeah, it's just been sat here for ages. I thought this one would actually be shredded before the one which was left on the road was, but no, this one has actually been the last one. It fell off the low loader, so it is time that it was put in. And oh, look at the amount of wool we have. It doesn't need to be moved just yet, but it does fairly soon. In fact, I have been neglecting those sheep. How are they doing? Ah, they require hay. Well, luckily I have a good load of hay coming next. So this next load, well, this first load, which I've got there, that can be put just next to the machine here. Then the remaining hay in the field can indeed be put into the trough in the sheep field. I think we're probably going to get tired of seeing that thing go across. It was fun for a start, but the novelty is soon going to wear off. But I have to watch it. It has to go in. There he goes. Good. Okay. Yep. So let's just drop off the telehandler. Well, yeah, let's just park the telehandler here. And I'll jump into the fence. Back into there. This time I'm going to make sure the tractor is square. Before, I was sort of parked at an angle, and as soon as I pulled the auto stacker out of the stack, it made a mess. So that was not a good idea at all. Straight enough. And I'm going to have a good supply of hay. It doesn't really matter that it's outside, because I think as soon as I see the forecast is for rain, I can just put them into the mixer. I still don't know what the total capacity is of this mixer, but I'm going to stick with 100,000 litres. Good, and that has worked very nicely indeed. Okay, right. Let's head back over to the field and see if we can finish it off. I have actually set my steering wheel as a fairly high degrees of rotation to try and prevent the squeak. It hasn't worked, sadly, but it has made it noisier really, because I have to turn the steering wheel so fast just to get out of a very confined area. So, yeah, I think I probably put it back to a small degrees of rotation. Okay, here we are. I've just loaded the first one up. I haven't done a calculation to see how many we've got left. We had 51, I think. We've picked up 32, so that leaves 19. So, yes, that is actually 3 too many. Oh well, it's fine. I know of a straw bale which is currently up the road from that field there, which I need to pick up too, so I can get that at the same time. If my calculation is correct, we should be left with 3 bales. We will see. I have picked up a straw bale. It's actually the first bale that was produced. The reason why I've picked it up now is because I think what I'm going to do for the 3 bales which are left, there were 3, which means I got my calculation correct. Yes, I can come back here with the telehandler, pick those 3 up and take them straight over to the food trough for the sheep, because I don't think the sheep are going to require this many bales. I could, I guess, calculate it, but yeah, 4, 8, yeah, 3 should do it. 3 should fill it, no problem at all. And like I say, we do have a straw bale somewhere up the road there, but that can wait. I think these would probably be best left on the auto stacker, so I'm going to put them in the shed. There's no point putting 2 full loads outside, that would be a bit over the top. So yeah, I suppose just in the normal straw shed over here, that would be the sensible place to put them. If of course I can get them in. Yes, of course, I have already... Oh, crikey. I didn't put that thing up. I was going to say I've already crashed. I actually have already crashed. Don't hit the wall. That's going to hit the wall. Don't hit the motor. Okay, I might have gone in the wrong side. Thinking about it, but it is in. It's also a bit messy in here. Good. Okay, well, it's undercover. Might as well close the door as well. Which means I can now jump into the telehandler and get those 3 bales given to the sheep, which I'm sure they'll appreciate. And also quite a bit of time has now passed, so I might need to just clean out the cows with the compact tractor. It's a very handy little utility tractor, that. How are we doing over here? 32,000 litres and still plenty of all the ingredients. I think it's great. I think it's absolutely fantastic. You can just put all the ingredients into one machine and just leave it, which manages to make all this total mix ration for you. Obviously it's doing exactly the same thing as the normal feed mixers, but on a much bigger scale, because you can just put everything in. Just put in all of your stuff, all your bales, and it just does everything for you. Nice and easy. The reason why it's so perfect for this series is because I can focus on doing other stuff instead of every 2 days, every 2 episodes, having to do another mixture for the cows, because I want to keep them happy. I want to make sure they're fed and watered and stuff, but I don't want to spend so much time in the episodes doing it. So yeah, we need to do other stuff too. Okay, so a bit of manual stacking, something I don't do much of, but I don't use those auto stacking trailers that much anymore. I used to always use those trailers. Like, it would be like, I can actually demonstrate in case you're interested. For example, this trailer here, I think there has now been a mod put out as an auto stacker for one of these. So you just drive up to the bale and it will just randomly teleport it from the ground to the trailer. I don't use them much. I would probably use it in an unrealistic series, because I might still do some more unrealistic stuff, where you're intentionally using ridiculously oversized equipment and all that kind of fancy stuff. But yeah, I don't think I'd ever use it in one of these series anymore. Especially as we now have the different auto stackers, which are really good. Yeah, very good. Especially the Andersons. The different Andersons that you can get really do improve the game. I personally would have preferred something like a class DLC, but it is still good to have them in the game. We can hope for class later. Maybe one day. I find it hard to believe that class would never be in the game. I think they would be. But it might have to wait until the next base game update, so FS21, instead of Platinum Edition for 19. Or whatever it's going to be called. It could be Platinum Edition, Titanium, Gold, Silver. Unlikely Silver. Yeah, the three they've used is Gold, Titanium and Platinum. So they've just done Platinum for 17. 09 was Gold. I think 11 was Titanium. Not too sure what 13 was, or 15. But, oh no. Yeah, no, I don't know what 15 was. No. But anyway, yeah, you get my point. Oh, for crying out loud, my bouncy bales. Okay, we'll try that again. Maybe this time I'm not going to go flying. Yeah, they've not got too far to go. I'm surprised they fell off there. Actually, I was going so slow, bumbling my way through. There's the trough. Turning left here. And I think they were fine for water. They don't need water, which is good. We don't really have that many sheep. I'm focusing mostly on the cows because I want to do milk. I've never really done the milk production on a large scale. That should, providing I put it in the right trigger, accept it, hopefully. There we go. Obviously, oh no, it did take it, good. Almost full. That's almost full as well. So yeah, I think when I've sorted out the animal cleanliness mod, which I keep forgetting to do, everything is going to be really good. So that leaves us with not much left. I think, let me just check upon what we've got. The sheep must be breeding. As for the cows, yeah, just mucking out. We're going to get the 706 litres out of their enclosure, make sure it's nice and tidy. I still can't believe that the cleanliness in this game means the cleanliness of the food trough instead of the cleanliness of the shed itself, with the amount of manure which has been dumped on the ground via cow pats. But this means I get to use the compact tractor, which I always enjoy using. Oh, but I forgot, yes, we have to get some kind of rear weight for it, which I can afford. Yeah, if there's one improvement that needs to be done to the compact tractor, it is to just make the back a little bit heavier. Obviously manure is a very heavy product in the first place, but it can barely pick up anything. But otherwise, no complaints about that mod. It is a decent mod. Okay, that must be set to miscellaneous. There we go. And also if you zoom out far enough, you do see the driver. Hopefully the weight is going to fit to the back. I do feel very small in this thing. The size of it compared to the bucket is massive. Yeah, it should be just over here. Which means once again we get to check up on the mixer. There's my weight. That is the smallest I could find. There might be a mod for a smaller one, although I can imagine that most mods are going to be going for larger ones. That's certainly a close-up view of a top link. And it has a hydraulic top link, which is nice. Yeah, I put a hydraulic top link on my compact tractor in real life, and it makes a massive difference. When I did it, so many of my viewers commented saying, well, that's ridiculous, why would you put a hydraulic top link on a compact tractor, you just don't need it. It's surprising how much it really does come in handy, just being able to adjust it from the seat. Fantastic addition, I definitely do not regret it one bit. Right, yeah, so what is the capacity of this bucket? I always forget. I can imagine it's about half a ton. Soon find out. No, it must be about 2 tons, good grief. So we had, no, we had 700 and something. 706, I've only picked up 667. Interesting, is that's not manure in there, is it? I don't think. Maybe if I just run the bucket along the ground, just going to pick something else up. or not. Okay, no idea. Absolutely no idea at all. But that has sorted the weight problem. You can see I've lifted it right up now without flipping it. So I'll get this tips in here and then that'll be it for today. Quite a bit of progress. We have all the food mixed for the future. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.